Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Hero Wars from Day 1 Edition. GC Hero Wars along with you. Let's collect, of course, starting to hit the items in the taskbar as we do have the Elemental Synergy event live. Now, the only thing I did do before coming on is I did send the hearts to the guild and I did go ahead and do the daily tournament, so therefore we wouldn't be a day behind. Everything else we have for you and me as we rock through Dominion. With, of course, some sounds of Dominion in the background. We'll start hitting some tasks, hear some music, and we'll be right back. And here we go. Sounds of Dominion in off. out by Captain Rosh. God damn it, they're asleep. Only got 398 because the head two were asleep. Might have something. They're 47k out of a very low level team. Well, that concludes that test of the emergency broadcast system. Damn it. I was hoping there was any auto clears I could do. Do I even need one though today still? I have a feeling I probably do, but that's probably a stupid question. But yeah, I definitely do. Okay. Actually going a lot faster than I figured we would for this episode. We either can get more in than I expected, or we may cut it a little short. We'll find out as we go on. Either way, it's acceptable. Let's actually go through what we're going to have later tonight for the other two parts of today's From Day 1. In part 2, I actually have a great 1-2 punch for everybody. I've got a sovereign citizen who believes that he is a law professor. Totally tries to get down and negative on a cop at a stop. And normally that's where we usually have to leave things. However, as I said, we have a 1-2 punch. Part 2 of that punch will be that we actually have his court appearance as well. So that we can have all sides of the fun. So you'll want to be ready for that in part 2 this afternoon, or this early evening, about 8 o'clock Central, 2 a.m. UTC. And of course, then in the overnight, which would be, I believe it's going to be 2 a.m. Eastern, either 7 or 8 a.m. UTC, adjust for your time zones. I think it's closer to 8. Well, 7, I believe, actually, UTC there. But we have the final portion of our Bell's interview with Mr. Dolan for UFOs, which I believe he is going to be taking phone calls of the guesting callers. So it should be quite fun. You want to have that on the overnight tonight as well. So that is what we have coming up on part 2 and part 3 today. Of course, by the time you see this, people should already know if they've got the weekend off, or they'll be fighting in the Guild Wars on Saturday. And of course, that could be either a good or a bad thing, depending on where you happen to fall in it. Let's actually take a look real quickly on the New World's current guild status for the Guild War for this week through 4 days. This will be as of Thursday's evening competition, which you didn't get to see the mailbag, but we did win. Unfortunately, it was a false start episode that I started recording and had to stop. Guild War currently sits in second, just a mere 304 back of gold. About 600 ahead of Hikari, 13 ahead of Dragons, and even further down to Legion and Avengers. In gold, there is no promotion, so anybody in the top side of the bracket doesn't have to worry about anything. However, demotion is in play for the bottom 3 teams. So if we were to stop right now, Dragons, Adventures, and Legion would have to play the top 3 teams from the Silver League, as evidenced by the green up arrows. So Opev, Barchin Bande, and Fire of Japan would be the 3 that would get those bottom 3 teams. And it's weird, back at the beginning from day 1, at one point, I was actually in this guild. And I'll be honest, other than 1 or 2 names, I don't recognize anybody in there anymore. The way it works is the top would get the considered easiest spot. So that top spot would take on Legion, second place would take on Avengers, and third would take on Dragon. So Legion, Adventures, and Dragon. Now on the downside of Silver, as you'll see, bottom 4 teams, so in this case so far, the Defiant, FC Schlake 04, a Russian Squad, and Totus Fingerus, with possibility that Kuhn could fall, and that's not us, someone else using the name. These 4 will have delegation matches on Saturday, so they'll be playing Guild War. They'll get matched up against the top 4 in bronze. So against the Russian team, Korean hero Mick Kick Butt in Seoul. And again, it's that same opposite play. So that Russian team would get the absolute worst ranked team, so they would get the Totus Fingerus. Korean hero would get the Russian, Mick Kick Butt would get the FC 04, and Seoul would get the last one. And finally, even the qualifying league gets play in. Here, it's top 6 teams get to play in. So right now, Transylvania Casual Eagles, Taiwan Fly By Night, and Midnight's Rav. You can know the scores are a little way out of difference, with a 359,000 point scoring. And that's because the scoring is very, very weird based on the number of people in the guild and their ranks, more than just what you get for defeating somebody. Those 6 have to play off against the bottom 6 of the 30-member Bronze League. So right now, Tekos, Perfect Jail, Pippo, Russian Squad, Italia, and 774. I guess there's 3 different versions of New World that are trying to take credit for a name. These 6 would be playing. And Tekos looks like it probably just totally is given up. So number 1 will actually probably have a pretty good time in making it into bronze, because they'll get matched up against Tekos, which will be Midnight's Wrath. 2 will face 29, 3 will face 28, 4 will face 27, and so forth. And of course, the reason for that is each higher reward league pays better prizes. So you see the qualifying league, weekly reward is only 30 bronze medals. If you win and you're in the guild reward, you get 15. If you win, you're in the guild, you get 15. If you're actually in the fight, you get 30. If your team loses, you get 3. And if it's a total draw, say same exact score, then it's 7. These guys, to move up to the Silver League, here you get 7 just for a loss, 15 for a draw, 30 for everybody in the winning team, and 60 if you're fighting. The weekly is not just a flat 30, but ranked based on your position, anywhere from 60, even for the lowest guys in delegation, up to 150 for the top 6 squads. And the top 4 get to try to move up from bronze. These guys want to move up because in the Silver League, now you're getting silver medals. 15 for a draw, 10 for a loss, 20 for a win if you're in the guild, 40 if you were fighting. And then weekly, bottom 2 still get 120 bronzes, but 60 silvers. 140, 160, 182 respectively. Top 3 get to fight to move up, and this is to where it all matters. The Gold League. Losing, you get 10. If it's a draw, it's 15. Winning, you're just part of the guild, is 20. If you fought, you get 30. And then weekly, even the lowest guy gets 30 gold, 150 silver, and 200 bronze. Top gets 200 bronze, 150 silver, and 60 gold. Now you might ask, what the hell are these good for? Funny you should ask. Let's actually go do those down here in the merchant and down to the very bottom. You use those medals here. On this first tab, we have ability you can buy skins just using the medals. As you can see, the gold is 250 to buy a skin. The champion skin available for Zhu, Zire, Cleaver, Cleve Daddy, Maya, Jorgen, Helios, and Dorian. At the 20, each week would get you 100. And that topped, I think it was 60. So about a week and a half, you could have one of those in the Gold League. And I haven't used any gold trophies, but you see we've collected 1,500 in 10. Silver, it takes a little more. It's 625. That's because you're able to get them a little more. Those medals are available for Thea, Ginger, Galahad, or Galahad, depending on how you refer to him, Ishmael, Judge, Kai, and Pepe. 625 silvers will pop you on that category. Then also have a second tab if you don't want skins. You can buy hero stones with 65 silvers for Arachne, Yasmin, Zhu, and Zire. Yasmin, of course, we have the absolute. Arachne would need 135 to move her up. Right now, she's 4. That would go to 5-star. Zhu would need 30. That would get him to, 3 to go to 4. Zire, 30 to actually summon her. And a 3-star variety. Then below here we have a couple items for bronze, where you can get rare enchantment runes. This gives you 50 units of enchantment, 300 pet potions, for titans that is. And then if you wish to have items, the same thing, they'll get you the 5 hero stones, will actually get you a violet epic chest. This will contain fragments to build up violet level items. 45 gold will get you a legendary chest, and this will level up orange items. And finally, if you decide you need something at a lower level, we have the exchange, where you get 2.5 silver medals per gold. So see, 2 will get you 5, 20 would get you 50. And it's 2 bronze per 1 silver. So 2 gets you 4 and 20 gets you 40. And finally, one valuable item that snuck on this list, you can trade in for Titan skin stones at the price of getting 5 stones per 1 bronze medal. Is how those awards work. Alrighty. So with that being said, we still got a little more than 20 minutes. Let's get back. Well, first of all, let's hit the airship just so we can get another task going. Then we'll head back to the Sunshine Tower. We can pick up levels 27 through 50. And since Nexters is currently in a crazy, chaotic world with everything going on over there in Eastern Europe, they still have not been able to validate us yet, as you can see, hence the currently out time of Valkyrie Favor. So I have to make a quick determination in the next 2 hours and change if I'm going to buy it again myself or let it lapse. So to the tower we go. Again, levels 27 through 50 is the 4 ladies and 1 Astaroth. Come to the forefront. We'll start with 109k this evening with an Astaroth, Maya, Orion front with Jorgen and Ginger. In the meantime, we definitely still appreciate each and every one of you who do watch on a daily basis. And we also do have a new way to get a hold of me if you do not wish via email or down in the comments, as I have now also joined over at Charlie's Hero Wars Central Discord. So you can get me over there at GC Hero Wars username on that Discord server. Also on the main Hero Wars Discord server as well, the one run by Nexters. Same name there as well. So we have a Galisad who goes to Galabai. There we go. Heading on up, we'll skip the buff, of course, on 30. 31 gives us 114 and change. Lineup of a double tank in Astaroth and Galisad. With Maya, Isaac, and Theo. And there we go. And yes, before you question, Isaac is considered a female in this game. So we move on, 117.5k. With an Astaroth Maya front. Celeste, Faceless, and Jorgen bringing up the rear. And action just about finishing. There we go. Second of the double gets us 119.5. With an Arachne, Galahad, Thea, Martha, and Artemis. Line up. Just about through. There we go. Alrighty, treasure chest on 35 has some of the item. 36 at 121.5. What we're looking at next. Heroes feel Pepe. Just to finish that line off. Skip the buff on 37. Floor 38 fight is next. 124.5. Including a Yasmin Astaroth Arachne front. And bring it to bear. Dante and Martha and the other two. And Martha's the last to fall. There she goes in church. Alright, pick up some treasure. And there we are. 40, the second to last double. Starts with just shy of 127. With a Ki Mao and Astaroth front line. I can't even get more than about 2/3 the way towards getting full before being finished. 128 and change. Trying to draw it out long enough, still can't get the pet to charge. Treasure chest of 42, we'll skip 43 because that's the buff. We get some of the desert blades. Skip the buff. And the last of the doubles at 44, 45, and then we'll also have fights, of course, at 47 and 9. Spongy, and Martha is the last to fall. There she goes. 45 is a 133.9 with a few spongy people, including including Karf and Nebula. Astaroth is also in that part of the way. The Faceless and Martha bringing up the rear. Pretty good dodge on Nebula's part there. Keep her alive for a moment. But that's the end of it. Alrighty, 46, our second to last treasure chest. The last one will be up at the very top on 50. So we do get the Chronicles that Celeste can use. 47, 135.5 with Galisad up front. Goodbye, Galisad. Goodbye, yes. More goes goodbye, and so does everybody else. Alright, we'll skip that last buff, meaning we can get to 262 on the skull coins this afternoon. Whilst one last team at 138.6. But as we always say, in round 49, it's all systems go. No reason to hold anything back. There's no other fight you have to be ready for. Everything relates to the souls, pulls, the shields, and everything in between. Coming out. And the enemies going on down. Alrighty, final treasure chest pull. Looking for the Bulgar's Polax. Bulgar, sorry. And I think, no, we got gold. Alright, those skull coins will turn into 47.6. The 62.3 gets us our prizes for both tower coins and gold as well. So very nicely done there for our tower on this fine day. So again, from the top of the list, we'll pick up the 850 level, the 4 expedition key, the 10 mission. Any new mail? Nope, not yet. Special events, we should probably have something, I'm assuming. Let's see if we do. We do in the elemental synergy. The first of the ancient titan artifact chest boxes for energy. The next one will actually trigger in about 28 more pieces. The ascension here, because we are running behind on seasons over here, still needs healing your heroes and adventures. That's the only task for the day. Still needed over here. So let's go and do the last of the 3 bottom airships. And unless we do get Valkyrie before it expires in the next 2 hours, that will be the last task of the day. Oh, can't do it yet. There's still 2 minutes. Well, was it 2 minutes or just 40 seconds? Oh, it was 2.5 minutes. Okay. So, let's go into quest, see if there's anything we can pick up there. We can collect the individual doll. I think it's a hero. Inventory, let's see what's in there that we might be able to use. Contains fragments of seals, crowns, and weapons for titans of all elements. Elemental instances, so in other words, the multicolored coin. Elemental tournament coin, so in other words, the dark brown ones. In regular gold. Then we have the dolls that potentially could open both Judge and Nebula Soulstones. Let's at least give them one crack each. Best case scenario is to get at least 3 of the dolls so you can get a full reset. So we have a Chaos Core and Flawless. There's the second doll. Third doll. Alright, so we got some items and 3 full doll sets, so we get our 6 back. How about Nebulas? Let's give that one crack. Okay, we have 1 doll. Looks like we did miss 1. Yep, so we're down to 4 on that one. 3 platinums today. We'll have 250 energy, 200 pets, and 2 of that particular ability. If we do decide we need to open, we do also have 10 stones we can do for Jabba Isaac Elvenor, and 50 for Aurora Darkstar and Yasmin. So, in other words, Aurora Darkstar. Because if we open for Yasmin, it's just going to be an automatic turn into coins that are going to go directly to the Soul Store. That might not, per se, be a terrible thing. Alright, so 148? Yeah. So only 2 soul stones needed for the next level. Since we have 250 energy, we only got 1 there. Got 2 there. So that's got us 1 over at the moment. 2 over. But at least we're in the energy ticking category again. So we can pick up our next box of elemental synergy boxes. Actually, we had 2 sets. We had the Faithful Guardians and the Unstoppable, both triggered. And we are 2 away from the next 5 for completing quests. If you do decide this is a task that you need, there are them available. Nexters is always willing to offer you them. Anywhere from 1879, of course, your currency exchange may be different, up to 225. And as always, when you buy, people in your guild will get a small stipend kickback as well. Sorry. It's getting to March, so hopefully we're getting pretty close to the end of my runny nose season. At least I hope. So with that, make sure you, of course, do like, share, and subscribe. Get us to those goals of 50,000 viewers, views of the videos, and 1,000 subscribers. So Boxy over next year will send us those nice red boxes so we can send them out to nice, lovely folks like you. And of course, YouTube would pay attention to us. CoinBase and Ibotta below, fill them out. I do know people are doing it because I had a few just ask me today about them, different communication channels. And of course, CoinBase Learn, 2-minute lessons, 1-question quizzes to get yourself up to $100 in free crypto that you do not have to keep a hold of for any specific time before. You can use them, trade them, cash them in. use them here in Dominion or whatever you like. So until we do meet again, of course, the double sovereign in part 2 and UFOs in the overnight. It's always a great new world to release to Krakens. Be kind to one another, because again, in the end, that's all we really have. And we'll see each other this evening for part 2 with those double sovereigns here as we march through Dominion from day 1. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you tonight.